extreme close quarters or a vital closer to his body. So simply by just extending, changing my posture and grip, I can go from close to extreme close in just staying in the same posture. So again, from long distance range, we cannot touch each other. Even extended, we can't reach each other. So when either one of us takes a step in, we're now at close range, close quarters, and with one small movement of changing from retracted to extended, I've changed my posture and have come to extreme close quarter range. So there are basically, again, only two postures when training with the Karambit: long range and close range. Basic training drill number 1. These techniques, which we'll be getting into, were derived from various styles of Pencak Silat, namely from West Java. We'll be working in 3 different main styles that were taught by Guru Besar Sawanda. One of the first ones, a village that we trained in called Chimandi village. There was a series of movements and they had numerical values, Satu, Dua, Tiga, in the order of which way they were taught. And we're going to take them a little bit out of order, but they're still applicable to our situation at either close or long range. So the first one we're going to take a look at is your hands will be coming up to protect your body. Remember we talked about that type of training called a juru, which was done in the air. Okay, so this particular juru, the hand comes up and the left hand comes down this way. So one hand comes up, the other hand comes down. Okay, that's all that is, a simple forward motion like that. This is the juru. So the foot would come out and the hand would come up like that. Okay, so if you put it all together, the foot comes out and the hand comes out at the same time the lower hand comes up to protect. So you have a palm down position on this side and a palm up position on this side. So we'll take a look at that again. When the foot moves, the hands move together. This is the juru in the air. It can be done on right and left side. Okay, when you do it with a partner, then it changes names. Now it's called a bua because we're working with our partner. Okay, so what he's going to do is he's going to move his hands towards the high line on a backhand movement. And all you're going to do is apply that same training drill movement by keeping the top hand palm down and the bottom hand palm up just at the elbow. Okay, back again. Same position, step forward. He comes in, palm down close to the body, palm up away from the body. This is a juru. Now, let's say we want to apply it with the Karambit. We already know this position is retracted. If he happened to have a training tool in his hand and he is coming towards the high line, our application is contact going down and away from the body. Okay, so this motion again, same position as we did with the empty hand, except this hand comes up for protection. So we come in again, down and away from the body. This action of striking down, remember our first method of operation, just making contact with the training equipment. Back again. And one last time. Notice the foot position to provide support. Palm up above the elbow and the Karambit down and away from your body. Basic training drill number 2. Again, in the Chimandi system, in Chimandi village, it's one of the first ones we learned. It's called Chimandi Satu, which means the very first one. So the first one is an outside motion, similar to the Filipino method of gunting. By the way, those words are the same in Bahasa Indonesian as it is in Tagalog. Gunting meaning scissors motion. So this outside hand comes up first, the back hand comes under, and a closed fist motion. You wipe, just like this is really itchy on your forearm, you wipe up, under, and this hand comes under your elbow. This is the basic training drill number 2, which is Chimandi Satu. Left hand comes up, at the same time the foot moves, and then followed by the opposite hand under, and wipe, and come under. Okay? Again, I'm executing what they call a juru. It's just done in the air, no training partner, no training tools. Okay? With my training partner, I'm going to ask Brian to extend his arm for training. As he extends his arm, this outside hand comes forward. Remember, we're moving the foot and the hand at the same time. So the foot and hand come up, and then the bottom hand comes up under it and takes the position. Okay, so move that again. Hand and foot, and outside hand comes under. Now, if he was to hold a training tool in his hand, and I was working with the Karambit, assuming any posture, whether the thumb's on the top or thumb's on the finger, he thrusts towards the center. I do that same motion, and this time I'm drawing across on a slash. So I want to finish with a slash. Okay, so we'll do that again. Comes up, outside. This is drawing to a slash. Back again. 1, foot and hand. 2, the Karambit comes up, and finish with a slash. This is the bua, or working with a training partner. Before we continue, I need to bring up a small training point for reference of position on the human body. If I can ask Ben to hold his arms out straight in front of his body, there are 3 positions you can end up with when working or operating with the Karambit. The first one is on the inside. That means you're between the thumbs or inside the body. When you're operating inside the body like this, it's traditionally applied to Shabandar technique, which is usually entry, masuk, or entry from the inside. If I was to take one step to the outside, I'd end up on line, which is not exactly a great place to be, especially if he's got a weapon in his hand, but it's a little bit better than the inside, because on the inside, a good trained fighter, he's going to have a punch, which is available. He may have an elbow, which is available. He may have a headbutt, which is available. He may have a knee. He may even have a kick, all on the inside available to him, not someplace I want to be, because the same thing can happen on the other side. So if I take one step, I eliminate that whole side of possibilities. However, I end up on the side of a fist or a kick or a punch or a weapon in his hand. If I take one more step, I end up on the outside. Optimally, you want to be on the outside, because what happens here is you've negated that whole other side. You've negated what may be in his hand in front, and you get to control the body from the elbow all the way around the back to the shoulders, to the opposite elbow, into the hand. Quite a bit of area on the outside. When you're working on the outside, this is generally attributed to a style called chikalong, which is types of entries and techniques which are executed on the outside of the body. So again, looking from above, you can see that from fingertip all the way around the body to the other fingertip is quite a bit of space. It's a large area outside the body. However, all the action usually happens on the inside. So the trick is to get from inside safely to the outside. And we're going to look at that closely here in just a minute. Basic training drill number 3. In the first 2 drills, we took a look at a thrust to your center line and then a backslash to the high line. This third part will be a front hand slash to the high line. So in order to prepare yourself for something like that could occur, from a system called Shabandar, which deals with the inside entries, you would bring your lead leg forward, bring the inside hand back, and the front hand forward. So again, as a juru, moving forward, shifting your weight forward, most of the weight's in your hands. Similar to as if you were pushing a car up a hill, it is the same motion you will enter on the inside. Very forceful, very powerful strike on the inside. Okay, so again, the foot moves at the same time as the hand does, and the hands stay up in the middle. Okay, so if I